Ladies and gentlemen, we are so back. Hey everyone, hope you're alright. Say it back in the comments because I'm watching you. Today's going to be a little bit more chill video. I'm going to call this one the Sketchbook Archives, and then I'll just do episodes of it every now and then. I'll be talking over how I use colour pencils. I'll be mixing graphite with it today, seeing if they contrast nicely together for a bigger piece in the future. So yeah, if that sounds like a vibe to you, let's go. So firstly, I've already sketched this into my sketchbook. Everything you see in the star will be in graphite, and then everything outside of the star will be in colour pencils. Thought it was a cool idea to do a bit of an X-ray theme, and essentially it's going to help me with this drawing. It's the same concept with just different contents. A quick run through of everything I'm using today. This is the Moleskine 85 sketchbook that I've been using forever. I like to use clips to pin down the pages because some other pages can get a little bit janky on the edges.
Say the line, Bart!
Faber-Castell Polychromos. Also like to use a Derwent electric eraser because it gets real tough pencil marks out of the paper. Yes, I know it can damage the paper, but we like to take risks here. Uni Posca paint pen for extra details. Also a Graphgear 1000 Pentel mechanical pencil, and just a standard Faber-Castell 2B graphite pencil too. That is about it, so let's get into the drawing. So I like to start by rubbing the initial sketch out as much as I can because I don't want any of the graphite seeping through to the colour pencil when I blend. I forgot to mention that I'm using a Kneadable Eraser as well. So to begin with, I like to start off with the lightest colours, normally the lightest pink, and just map out the shadows. Let the whites of the paper do the talking for the highlights. My two favourite colours to start off with is a light beige colour, which is like a pinky beige, and then this light blue colour that I'm putting over the top and adding in a little bit more details to the darker shadows. You will notice that I'm adding a slight yellow to some of the shadow edges, and this just creates a nice gradient blend from the white to the blue, and then if I apply various degrees of pressure, I can make green on top of the blue as well, just so there's more colour variation between the highlights and the shadows. Also, I haven't really talked about the lighting. There's not any reference that I'm using for this, it's just all in my head and my imagination, but essentially I'm imagining the light source or the sun in the top right corner and then basing all my shadows off that. You guys will see the general pattern I'm using here with just laying over a darker colour on top of an already light colour, which is the mapped out shadow. Hopefully that makes some sense. I know a lot of people ask me on my social media, like, oh, how do you colour? Like, what are your colour choices? Like, why are you putting that colour there? Honestly, I don't have the most concrete answer. Hopefully this video explains it a little bit more visually. I'm mainly using red and blues at a varying degrees of tone. After that, I'm putting on the edges a couple yellows, couple greens, just to make it seem a lot more colourful than it is. Because without those greens, without those yellows, it's essentially just a red and blue picture. So if you're watching this video and you're an artist, what kind of sketchbook user are you? Are you someone that likes to just throw any old sketch in there, whether it's a study, whether you're out and about traveling and it's like a travel sketch? Really using it as like a kind of scrapbook, because I know me personally, I love to use my sketchbook as like this could be a final piece, and don't get me wrong, I do use thumbnails, sketches, and like a bit of studying in there, but I don't know, the paper on Moleskine is just so nice not to use it for final pieces. And I know that it kind of, people can fall into two camps in the sketchbook community, if you will, and you can have to fill every page with finished art, or the drawings are supposed to be bad and there can't be anything polished. If there is, it's like a crime. But like at the end of the day, it's, you've paid for the sketchbook with your hard-earned money, and it's like how you want to express your art yourself. I don't think we should be policing how other people kind of create art in their sketchbook. And also, it's like a sketchbook's a nice collection of someone's art. You can really read someone's mind, you can really read someone's journey through a sketchbook and their like art trajectory. I think it's really cool. I did a silly little thing on Instagram once, and I filled like a giant A3 sketchbook page with miniature portraits on the first page, and they genuinely took me around like 30 minutes to an hour. It was a nice like practice thing to do and get better at portraiture. I kid you not, someone was so upset with me how I was making these sketches that they came across in a way that felt too polished, and in turn would discourage younger beginner artists, which honestly, I fall into this category. I know I'm not, I'm only 28, I'm still a beginner artist. This guy said he wanted to f me up. POV, me when I want to kill someone because of a sketchbook. But yeah, I just know, I prefer to have a sprinkle of both ideas and finished pieces in there. It's a book representing my brain after all, and it's a enjoyable thing to look back at, especially like years later. You come back to an old sketchbook and you see how much you've progressed. I don't know, and like kind of what thing you were interested in at that specific time, and like what was catching your eye, what was inspiring you, and like what ideas kind of never made it out of the sketchbook, you know? Okay, my thoughts on the drawing. It turned out pretty well, and I'm really happy with the contrast that was created between two different mediums. I think for the drawing that I want to do next that uses the same kind of concept, I'll make sure to use the less darker colours for the shadows. I think it's a bit too dark on some areas, and just see how muted I can make the colour palette in the next one. Really have a sense of like ethereal and fantasy. So yeah. Thank you for watching till the end of the video. I really appreciate it. If you want to comment, like, subscribe. I have an Etsy store update that I did recently. It features folklore inspired postcards. They're a bit meme-like, a little bit funny. Do not perceive me, that says. And Mum said you can come over. I also have this tiger print, which is on sale now on Etsy, and it will be stamped with my logo. If you want to pick that up, that'd be cool. That's just a way you can support me, and it really helps me out, really helps fund the journey to becoming a full-time artist. And honestly, just being here and viewing the video and just your support across social media and everywhere else is a massive help to me, and it means a lot. So I appreciate you guys, and see you in the next one.